Alright guys, what is going on? Not really too sure what channel I'm going to be posting this to, but for those of you that don't know, my name is Anthony. This is kind of like a joint Camaro, so it's part my girlfriend's, part mine, but this is a 1992 RS, so I've done a little bit to it. I'll throw a picture up of what it looked like before versus what it looks like now. The part that everybody sees first is obviously the headlights. Headlights stand out quite a lot. But, you know, this is a sports car, so that's how I'm always going to be treating it. So, obviously, for those of you that don't know, this is a third generation Camaro. So the generation before this was from 1970 to 1981. And then before that was obviously 67 to 69. So this is the third generation. I think there's, what, 6 generations now? Obviously, with the picture that I throw up, you're going to notice quite a few bit of differences. One of them being the headlights are obviously aftermarket, but also the grille. I replaced the grille a long time ago. I replaced the front little turn signal lamps. I replaced the side marker lights. Painted the wheels black, painted the entire car a flat gray and black. I did a little bit of body work because there's a lot of dents on it, but it'll be getting a full paint job here soon. Kept the RS logos the same color. We'll be replacing those eventually. So when I got this, we bought the car for about $1,200. And I haven't messed with anything mechanical wise with it. So it has not had any issues. So all I've done is put 3 new tires on it, given it a paint job, given it a bunch of different accessories or things to just make it look better. Blacked out the wheels, put 2 racing seats in there. They're just kind of like a knockoff brand. They're not really any brand in particular. Put a Z28 spoiler on it because, in my opinion, that was one of the better spoilers of these years. When you're looking at it, clearly it's not, you know, in the greatest shape. It's still got a few things that it needs. But it is a pretty badass car. I think stock these came with like 170 horsepower at the most, I think. This is the 305 700R4, so it's got a little bit of horsepower, not a whole lot. My truck obviously has more because it's a 350 in it, but all things considered, this is not a little bad car. These things don't weigh a whole lot, so you know, the 170 horsepower actually feels like it's decent, even though if it's not. But I'm not done with this yet. Still got a lot of things to do to it, but it's a work in progress. When I do paint it here soon, I'm going to be painting the headlight area. And everything that's black right now will stay black. And the thing that I'm thinking about turning black is this door trim right here, because the rest of the body is going to be red. So if I paint this door trim black, I think it'll look really good. Interior wise, it's pretty clean. You know, it's not the best, but it's pretty clean. I put a Pioneer stereo in it. The red racing seats, like I was talking about. Back seat's in pretty great shape. For whatever reason, this has a sunroof. I have to reseal this because I didn't do a very good job the first time. Other than that, you know, it's a pretty solid little car. All the seals on it are going bad, but that's just normal. This hatch is the most annoying thing ever. I gotta find a way to scoot this hatch forward. That way it stops leaking on the inside of the car, because whenever it rains, it leaks. And eventually that will ruin the interior, but right now it's not. So, you know, it's not a bad little car. It's a work in progress. When I paint it, I'm going to do everything properly the first time, though, as I don't ever have to come back and paint it again. It is rattle canned right now just because I didn't really have a whole lot to work with. But like I said, this is a joint effort between me and my girlfriend. I put a whole lot of hours into it. She has helped me with a lot of different things, but the majority of the things that you see are between me and her deciding on what it should get. If you've seen the video about my truck's pretty well built. Kind of trying to do the same thing for this. I want this to be a car that everybody looks at and is like, wow. So that's what I'm kind of going for. The front lip on this was actually swapped out a little while ago just because it crapped out. This little front lip here likes to go bad for whatever reason. It kind of like droops down a little bit too far and it just looks like crap. So this is the one off my parts car, and a few parts on this are off my parts car, but nothing really too special. Trying to think what else I've done to it, really. I haven't really done a whole lot to it, mostly just to make it look nice and make it stand out. In a sense, I'm kind of going for that Z28 or IROC look, but at the same time not, because it's still an RS. That's never gonna change unless I put like a 350 in it and change the steering components and some of the suspension. So it's always gonna be an RS, but this thing's still a little work in progress. But never did really make a video on updating you guys how it turned out. Like I said, I'm not done. I still got a lot to do to it, but this is a fun little car. I really do enjoy this car. So I know that it's pretty nice out right now, so I figured, hey, why not just come out and record? So that's what I'm doing. It's a 305 TBI 700 R4. These headlights are from Amazon, in case you're ever wondering and you want to go grab them. If you guys think of any ideas that I should do to this car, not in the sense of like it turning it into a dragster or anything like that, but like any upgrades, like maybe some wheels, some things that people have come up with for these, let me know. I'm always up for ideas, but I don't think any of the guys that I'm going to be posting this to my gaming channel, so none of you guys are probably really going to care too much about this. But hey, if you do, awesome. I think I'm going to stop the gaming for right now, just because I'm working and I'm trying to get that money and be an adult for once in my life. I kind of just been focusing on my project and work. My truck is a pretty big project, and so is this. And I might be getting another one here soon, but we will see what happens. But for those of you that don't know, I work at Discount Tires, so, I made sure to get, good tires for this. They're not the best, but, slapped on some cheap tires for this just to get it going. And, yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, there was a little rabbit running back there. I'm sorry that I haven't been uploading as much as I used to. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Just been kind of busy with everything that's been going on. That, and I haven't really felt the need to upload just because I feel like I'm required to make gaming content, if that makes any sense. But I'm not really that much into gaming anymore. I mean, as odd as that sounds, you asked me a few years ago, I was like, what do you want to do for a living? I want to play video games. I started kind of restoring cars, and I freaking love it.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if